isn't a new division meant to be difficult once promoted? When you are a semi-professional side and you can't really attract full-time talent, isn't it meant to be difficult when you have no money? Well, that's what I thought. This recap's got to prove the contrary. We are flying in Season 2 here with Dumbarton, in the Rise of Nation with Scotland. And after we run this intro, we'll break down all the new signings, the players, the system, the fixtures, and show you why in the first half of this season we are doing well in League One. So let's discuss the new signings that we brought in this season. Now, I will say that because I've decided to make a change to how we're doing the content, I'm basically at the end of the season of Season 2, but I have to go back and re-record everything. So, with that being said, let's discuss the players that came in the first half of the season that really impacted us and set us up for the season that was. Greg was a centre-back on loan from Dumbarton United. Nearly said Aberdeen because we looked at the free loanies from Aberdeen. For the sort of centre back I would recommend in non-league or as a semi-professional club, not really it, because I usually recommend one of the other centre backs that I'm about to show you. However, Greg is just too good to pass up. Great positioning, great determination, very good ball playing defender, and was for a long time our number one centre back. And only very recently, right at the end of the season, does he get displaced. But for a long time, played a lot of games, 30 games, 28 starts, 6.71 for a team that concedes a lot of goals, which we do. That's not bad. The other centre-back was Blair McKenzie, and he's one of the best centre-backs in the league. We're never going to be able to get him again until, obviously, Aberdeen release him, because you can never get a player back on loan this year, which is incredibly frustrating. But the type of centre-back I recommend, 6'2", 6'2" minimum. I like centre-backs, especially in the lower levels. When balls are coming into the box constantly, there's a lot more long ball play. There's a lot more emphasis on getting set pieces and scoring from them. You need centre-backs that can head the ball. You need centre-backs that can mark and tackle and that are a big boy. Throw on top that he's got very good mentals, 19 determination, and he's got physicals. Blair McKenzie has been an absolute star at centre-back for us and one of the best players in the league. And his loan cost us absolutely nothing. Alfie Stewart is our best player according to the club information screen, as you can see here down on the bottom left. Ignore what's set up the top there, but look, great determination, very dynamic for this level. 12 and 13 acceleration, 12 pace is kind of one of the quicker players in the league. Common life with is 17 and 15 is obviously incredible. This guy can pass, he's got vision, got determination, has got very well-roundedness, has been fantastic for us, and more importantly, we can't get him back. But in our favoured personnel, keeping an eye on him, because I reckon in a couple years' time, maybe we pick him up on a free. Hopefully we could, but we'll wait and we'll see. On top of that as well, you brought in Hamilton as well from Aberdeen. He was fairly cheap, only £160 per week. And I just went for, I need a left back that's got pace and can get up and down. This guy was very good. The main reason we brought him in was to see how he developed and to pick him up on a contract. When I filmed, obviously, this originally for the big episodes, not the recap episodes, he didn't have a new deal on the horizon. We could pick him up on a free. We put in a contract for him, but Aberdeen decided to tie him down to a new long-term deal. So unfortunately for us, cannot get him in because that was the plan. But he's been fantastic at left back. Second half of the year, been very emerging, and someone that you're definitely going to see in a couple of the live com games that we've got planned for this season. On top of that as well, we got Lewis Dobby in as well. Effectively tried to sign him, but instead he went to Ross County on a free part-time contract. He didn't play 4 games, so he requested to leave, and they mutually terminated. So instead of getting him in the window, we actually got him just after the window, and it was fantastic. Got good pace, good determination, someone that can back up Johnson on the left, and is a very good depth player. If he hits his potential, he's going to be a very good to leading championship player, which, look, we don't have much youth coming in at Dumbarton, as we don't have any facilities still, but look, I'm very happy to have Lewis Dobby in the football club. Lucky last one that I'll mention here is Greg Fleming. We did have Comalave complain about the goalkeeper situation, so he wanted another goalkeeper. We got Greg in on a free, someone that played against us last year. Look, just to say we had a fair goalkeeper in the squad, that made Comalave happy. I wanted our star striker to be happy going into the start of the season. And those were the players that we brought in to go. And look, the board wanted us to avoid relegation. I wanted mid-table to fight for the playoffs. We'll go recap some results and see how we really went. It's important to mention what the Media Dream 11 and the positions are now. As mentioned, I've filmed this and we were actually predicted to be $6 at $20 odd to win. Now, because we're at the end of the season, etc., it's been updated, but as you can see here, we're still predicted to finish 4th, and I can tell you right now, we do finish higher than 4th this season. And Mackenzie's, who's been in the Media Dream 11, is still there, and Stewart gets in there because of the development he's had throughout the full season. But the games that I'm going to mention, Air Ninans, $1.95 after being $1.05 after being relegated. Hamilton, Cove Rangers, these are the sort of teams we played early doors in the season, and these are the games that we're going to recap very quickly to let you guys know how it went at the early part of the season. Hey you, yes you, follow me on Twitch. You watch all my content live and of course all the VODs for all your viewing needs. The Twitch is the place to go, and for funny clips like this.
Can you fucking shut up?
Pietro Pellegrini is a freak, Mum.
Honestly.
Pietro Pellegrini is a freak. On the opening day, a very respectable 3-3 against Cove Rangers. This kind of set us up for the full course of most of the first half of the year, and to be fair, for most of how the whole season went. We're just a team that knows how to score goals, but unfortunately we know how to concede. I would love to show you guys the data hub, but that will kind of spoil the rest of the season, etc. I will recap the data hub in future recaps, especially the end of season one, but it basically just says we score a lot of goals. We can see definitely over the amount of goals that we have, but it all equals out in the wash, and against a very good Cove Rangers side that were much better than us on paper. On the opening day, we drew 3-3. Now, I am going to quickly click into the next game here and trying to not give away too much more, but Air Ninans, who were $1.05, they have over $2 million in their finances. They're a club that probably belongs back in the championship. Well, they were a team that will brush aside. Common Leif, as you can see here, fantastic. What a footballer. Look, I highly recommend if you can find strikers that have got pace, acceleration, and height of more than 6 foot in the lower levels. If the star ratings do not mean jack all, because you'll play to their strengths by putting balls into the channel and putting balls on top of their head. And I think it's absolutely fantastic to have this guy. As we can see here, we did win 3-0. I'm actually going to give you the goals of this game because it kind of shows for the season what was to happen moving forward. We had wins against Hamilton. We had wins against all the lower level sides. We actually lost to the team in bottom at the moment, Aloha, who play a diamond, and we got absolutely offended, and I'll recap that game there in a second. But yeah, we were very, very, very good. In the meantime of all this, we did have a cup run, and next episode, we're actually going to go into a live com, as we did go on a cup run in the Viaplay Cup. We also had a cup run in Scotland, so you're going to know that that's going to happen too, in the Scottish FA Cup, I should say. Of course, we had a cup run in Scotland, as you can see, another ball to Common Leif. That's a goal. Perfect. But what we did is in the Viaplay Cup, because it awarded so much money, is we went after that competition, and I'll show you guys exactly how we went on in the Viaplay Cup next episode, and you guys will get a couple of live com games, as we did do very well against a couple of the Premiership games. The last one that I want to touch on here is there was a couple of big results as mentioned. Aloha we did lose to, but then won 4-3, absolutely dominating here as well. There was also another couple of crazy games where we scored a lot of goals and lost. Aloha, we lost 5-4, third game into the season. They had a 1.4 for XG to our for each shots 20. This is sort of how the first half of the season was, and we fluctuated anywhere between 1st to 5th in the table, predominantly sitting in 3rd or 4th, and that kind of was perfect for me. I'm very happy with this in our first season. We got new players and we got people learning. We got a couple of younger players on loan that can come back into the squad. We've got a goalkeeper that, as much as he's a leading goalkeeper for League One and a good championship potential, has the ability to drop a stinker because he doesn't have the best technicals. He doesn't like a big game either. But what I'm trying to say is that we'd had a team that was raw enough and had enough speed, and we had enough dynamism that if everything went well in this beautiful 4-4-2 that we built, we're going to be fine. And look, Harry Stone, Common Leif, Alfie Stewart, even Johnson at this little pace ended up being fantastic in the second half of the year, and something we'll definitely look at recapping post the post-com. So what we're going to do is end the episode here. There is going to be a link to, of course, the playlist of this channel for this save, and that's going to be just above me, just somewhere around this lovely webcam thing. There'll also be an option to subscribe, so please do subscribe as well. That's my short little recap of the first half of the year. I do expect these recaps to get better when I'm not trying to do it without giving away what's happened towards the end of the season. And obviously the live com ones, I'll keep them very much centered around what the live com was about. So, there's a live com game, maybe even 2 for the Viaplay Cup that I have filmed, and there is a live com game for the Scottish Cup, and that's kind of the plan for the content moving forward, is that we are looking to move it into and want more of a recappy sort of content, and then give you guys go, this is a big game, this is why it's a big game, give you the live comm instead of multiple live comms and multiple big episodes with a lot of talking, which this part has had too much of. So I'll see you guys next time. Give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out one of these videos that are up above me. Have a great one, and goodbye.